I made my own video game, kind of. So before we get into this, I wanted to give a little bit of like a history of what events led up to doing this. Basically, when I was in 9th grade, which if you're not from the US, 9th grade is around 14 to 15 years old, I got really inspired by pixel RPGs, think old school Final Fantasy, or in particular, I was inspired by Aviond to make a game that was kind of similar, a pixel RPG. I knew that Aviond was made in RPG Maker, and so I bought RPG Maker, which at the time, the latest one that came out was VX Ace, and it was $90. So imagine like a 14, 15-year-old. I got up enough money, $90, to buy this program in order to make games. And I did a few small projects in it just to kind of learn and see what all the program was about, but I never did actually make that full game that I was planning in my head of making. A few weeks ago, I kind of got that feeling again, like I had this idea and I wanted to code it out, make it into a game, and so I loaded up RPG Maker again, and I was testing it out. I was kind of planning in the program in order to see everything that I would need. But I was really annoyed by the fact that RPG Maker doesn't allow you to use whatever pixel tile set size that you want. And to be fair, there are a few different iterations of RPG Maker. I don't have my license for VX Ace anymore, but I had gotten XP on sale for free recently. And in XP in particular, you can only use 32 by 32 pixel art, which is okay, but a lot of the assets that I was finding online for like other people's art, because I'm just not an artist and I'd rather pay somebody than do that myself, they were in 16 by 16 little photos. So I wouldn't be able to use them. While I was looking at assets, I know that there are like other programs that people use, and I was hearing a lot of people ask if these assets that I was looking at could be used in Godot. So I decided I'd check Godot out, I'd see whether or not it was something that I could probably use, and just kind of mess around with it because it's an open source program, so it's free, and why not? Before I started learning how to do things in Godot, I took a basic programming coding class because I had never taken one before. Even though I have experience in making games technically, I never learned the fundamentals. And so I took a quick course just basically explaining little things here and there, some things I did know, like strings, integers, etc. Some things I didn't know, like what the difference between an integer and a float is. New things to learn. And then I took a class specifically for the script language that Godot uses. And then I used a tutorial to make my first game. The way that I described this to some people in real life as they were testing the game out was it's kind of similar to when you buy a box of cake mix from the store and you bake that into a cake. Technically speaking, you didn't come up with the recipe. It's whatever company's recipe you used, but you did bake the cake. Similar thing. I'm learning. I didn't come up with the idea or a lot of the code myself, but I used it as a basis to make the game. I changed little things here and there that I knew how to change in order to kind of make it my own a little bit. And I made a game. It's pretty cool. The game itself is here. It is, as I said, just the basic Godot tutorial game. So there's not too much crazy going on here, though I changed the text, the background, things like that. It's just basically a game where you keep away from the enemies. You walk around in this area and you try not to get hit. I'm not amazing at it. My high score is 34, but I do pretty well. The score changes every second. You get something added to your score. I'm doing really well now that I'm recording myself, and this is honestly kind of surprising. Maybe we'll even beat 34. But you know, it's something basic, something fun. Just kidding. I got distracted and I lost. But you get the point. It's just something kind of casual that you can play around with in order to say that you did it, you got the fundamentals down, and you made your first game. Is it amazing? No, but it's there and you feel accomplished. I feel accomplished doing this. Now, I don't think that I would ever release this game. Again, it is the basic tutorial game that everybody makes. There's thousands of iterations of it online. But I thought it was really interesting, and I don't know, I wanted to share. I wanted to be like, this is what I've done for the past few days. It took me 4 hours to do. And I feel pretty proud about it. Now, that being said, because I'm doing this sort of thing in the background and this is a gaming YouTube channel, I'm not really going to share this process of making games too much on the channel. I think every so often as I do little projects like this, I might share it and be like, hey, look at what I did recently. Isn't that pretty cool? Like, for example, I'm about halfway through coding Pong right now. Ooh, just because I figured that was another basic project that I've seen a lot of people do, so I could try my luck in that. Pac-Man might also be a fun thing to try out. Just little things here and there, but like I said, I wanted to share. I was proud of myself. I wanted you guys to know, and I'm excited to see what the future brings for this. But that's it. That's all I had for this video. Just wanted to show it off and be like, look what I did. Thank you for joining me in this video. I know it's a little bit weird, a little bit different than my usual content, but I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed this little look into this world that you won't see too much of on this channel. But like I said, when I finish Pong, maybe that's its own video, who knows. And I hope to see you in the future for some of my other actual playing games videos, as usual, for this channel.